First things first, disclaimer here. The developer sent me a key for their previous game, Baltazar Dreams, and they who brought their own game to my attention. They are their own Kickstarter. With all of that being said, I received a key for free and the attention from the Kickstarter itself. Now, let's go for it. So, what is Artificer? Well, for what I end up reading here and all of this stuff, I'm gonna leave a link on the description for the Kickstarter itself. Artificer is a mixture. The very simpler way to do that is, imagine you take Don't Starve and you make the Thumbcraft mod from Minecraft through this to the Don't Starve. You would get something similar to what this game is. Now, let's talk about Kickstarters in general. I did Kickstarter some projects, and I did get burned on some of them, and that's kind of make me a little bit like out of the way for it. Some things I do not Kickstarter because of this, the faults that I did before. Now, what is, in my belief, the faults that a Kickstarter can commit? The first one comes from doing a very low funding cost, but already before the goal is reached, before they achieve the goal, they already have on their page a shit ton of stretch goals. With that being said, that's the first thing. Then for now, Artificer has done right. There's no stretch goals here. And without stretch goals, what does this believe? They don't have like any intention to update the game? No. In my opinion, that means they already have an idea for how the game is going to be. They planned around that, and they made the game. They made the Kickstarter with that intent in mind. Second, the second problem is overhyping everything. Like saying this is gonna be the next big thing, this is gonna take your whole life away of you, this is even gonna give you a blowjob if you buy it. And really, what they saying is, they on their page is, they really are explaining very well what the game is. They explain the mechanics, they explain what they have, they explain what they're doing. And with that in mind, it is okay. Leaving for your recommendations. So, to that effect, I not see a problem with it. They are doing everything very well in this aspect too. Second, nothing to show. When you have a Kickstarter and you don't have a shit to show, that's a problem. When you have only concept image, only have like a trailer made out of fake in-game engine rendering on some stuff, that's not like, that's a show of you kind of are fucked. One thing they are given here is they are planning to have a demo. So, in my opinion here, if you're planning to back something or to back this project, wait until you see the demo, or wait until they show you a little bit of gameplay on a YouTube channel they have. That can be a game changer for you. Not like saying they did not go there and do. Second, rewards. What I mean by that is simple. When the rewards start to be like ludicrous, like jumping the shark and stuff. And here is something that I do not see here too. all of the rewards they are doing are feasible stuff. The big tier, the top tier, the most like big stuff is design a monster, design a plant, have your portrait drawn in the style of the game, design a magical item, a physical copy of the game on a hand painted box. It's nothing like out of the ordinary. It's not like a big stuff. They are not gonna give like a handcraft item from the game, handcraft delivered to your doorstep. Nothing like that is going for it. So again, like I said, it is okay-ish. It's kind of, there's no problem with it. I do believe that makes real in some many ways. It is easy to be like, it is easy to show. Then you're trying to do something real when your stuff or real. If you get the meaning of it. Let me see some. Okay. Now, one more thing on it. I do not have a fuck of idea about game developer and game development, and I do not have an idea how coding or anything like that. So, for what they are trying to do, I do believe 5 grand it's kind of feasible. I do believe that is okay-ish for the amount of work the game has. Now, I'm going to watch the trailer with you guys, point out some stuff, and let's see if we spot something. If they tell about like stretch goals, they're planning to do that, how they come above with the trailer and stuff like that. For now, let's just talk a little bit about the art style and stuff. I do like the art style. It's simplistic. It's not like out of the word. It's not the using Crytek to do a survival game. They're taking a very normal concept this day we had, applying their own spin on it, their own style, their own taste to it. And I do believe that's one of the great things about Kickstarter is the ability to create your own thing with it. And as I said, it does not seem outlandish. They have a lot of, for example, the things are really hand drawn, so it's not so difficult. And then one thing I do believe that is interesting for it is the fact the rewards from the game seems to be a help on the game develop itself, because when you're offering someone, normally on a game they offer to you have, hey, having an NPC, because why I do believe that in this case it's different and it's helping the game is everything that you see on this trailer is already on the game. It already has a name, except for the machinery, because that we don't see names yet, but you can kind of get, you're going to get where I say. Everything here, the resource, the trees, the rocks, the enemies you see on the trailer already has a name attached to it, properties attached to it, everything like already in. The fact of they are like as giving you as a gift the ability to develop a part of, to help they design something, design a monster, design an item, design a plant, design stuff like that. It enhanced the development of the game because it with this aspect is one more item on the game. It's not like they are converting an empty space on it. They're not like growing something out of nowhere and shoving on the game. We will not feel like out of the system, out of the way the game is created. So I do believe it's a very smart way to handle the reward system. I enjoy crafting and I enjoy automation, but really, please, please, please tell me this is not gonna be. This is a personal complaint, really, not nothing like out of the ordinary. This is out of character for the video, but please tell me it's not gonna have this amount of stuff on the screen. Reason is, look, this can have a very reasonable goal. For example, this stuff's here being the points, for example, you refine the thing here, send to here, then send to here, then send to here. And like, for example, is the same for any, this being like the outlets from stuff. But really, allow me to streamline this because I don't like so much stuff on my screen. It's like a visual mess. Although, as I said, this is a personal problem, not something that it detracts from the gameplay for many people. I do like this idea because it was something they place on the way they will handle difficult on the game. It is the fact that, for example, as more you evolve during game, enemies will stop to attacking you for reasons. And I do believe the simple aspect of handling difficult, like take out the menial tasks, for example, is something interesting. It's that problem, for example, where you playing, for example, Skyrim, and you like have this sort like hyper badass armor. You like having 50 fucking companions walking with you, like the army of followers. You're like you have a dragon flying with you, and that fucking nobody bandit look at you and say, "I gonna rob your ass." Yeah, no, you're not gonna. Like, so I do believe this mechanic where for with your upgrades, your level, your no linear because I do believe this has happened. For example, for a potion and you use, and now the potion and you use generate fear for the enemy. This upgrade way, this style makes sense. It interesting progression of the game. So it will take the menial task of God fucking damn it. I want to go to more center of the map, but I'm gonna need to kill a shit ton of insects to arrive to that. And the ability to bypass this small part of it is interesting. And even so, for the fact of they maybe start to handling even the killing of the small insects to your golems, to your minions to be more specific, it's a very interesting idea where I do not want to do. I want to challenge always keep challenge myself, so I don't want to do this menial task anymore, and stop to feeling grindy for it. I will not need to ground 132 million of insect wings to do the potion who will allow me to not grind for it. It's like they are not. I do believe at some point you're not going to be locked to the I going to grind so I don't grind to try not grind to the next step. It's like I'm going to grind right now to achieve a point where I can pass to the next point of the map, and I will have a different way of a different approach to it. It's gonna be very interesting to see how they handle the enemy progression in that aspect, the attributes, the research, because each enemy seems to have different research attached to it for the ingredients. If it is to harvest ingredients, or if it is to weakness and strengths, or to do other type of research.
Hi, my name is Peter. I'm Sarah, this is Baltazar. And this is the whole psilocybin game studio for now. It was our
Allow me to say one thing. Utilizing dogs is emotional attachment. And since I love dogs, this is this is like utilizing psychological weapon against me to be more happy about it. I lose all the attention of whatever happened because I'm seeing a very, very lovely dog.
long-time dream to make a game about researching arcane arts, crafting artifacts and spells, and it would be amazing if you could help us fund Artificer. So, thank you guys for watching and have a nice day.
So the video itself, it does not like, again, it does not promise anything. It's an interesting aspect and a mirror for many Kickstarter. It is not promising you the feature. Until now, it is showing what it got. Although not fully implemented, it's showing what it got. You're not saying it will have this amount of stuff. Everything they kind of showing you, it is in some way ish on the game. And let me kind of show one of the things that I place. It is, for example, these are the trees. You're already seeing the trees here, so they are already there. So when I do believe they are saying help design a plant, you will augment this stuff, this catalog, giving a new plant, give a new charm on it. So the reward of the Kickstarter is help to expand the game on itself, and that's something that I do believe it is very interesting. The same you can see for the monsters. You already have the name here. You already have all of the things named. So in the end, everything in you will attach to it using the reward. This is kind of my speculation, like in quotation marks here. Everything then will be added to here. Will from the reward system will be a plus side. So that makes the reward system be each like reward system after something its own stretch goal, it seems, and I do enjoy it. I do believe that this is a right way to do stretch goals, where the stretch goals kind of help implement something new to the game, not only getting you cool stuff. You're gonna get some cool stuff. For $50, you're gonna get an object named out of after you in the game. You're going to game all the expansions of the game, and that show they are willing to expand on the original design they have, but the expansion will come after they throw you a finished product, after they show this was the original design. Now we can start working on something else. So I do believe this is interesting. I do believe this is a, I don't want to be too much on like, ha, this is the right way of doing a Kickstarter, but I do believe this is an interesting way, interesting spin on doing. And I'm not going to deny, I have a lot of time I just pass by a lot of Kickstarter because I get burned. I got burned. I'm not going to deny. And the way I got burned, it was in one game, and I did pledge kind of lot. And I do believe that is the idea of when you get burned once, you get burned forever. The burn mark's still there, so you're going to be reminded every time you see it. But, ladies and gentlemen, in my opinion, this is Kickstarter kinda done right, but does not pledge because I said it's good. Pledge because you're not gonna need the money. Pledge because they release a demo and you like what you saw with the demo. Pledge because you really don't gonna need the money, for fuck's sake, because remember, Kickstarter is you throwing your money at an idea and that idea may never come to fruition. That is it. Ladies and gentlemen, see you in the outro, and I'm gonna leave on the description box the link for the Kickstarter. See you in the future. This was the video, ladies and gentlemen, so thank you for watching, and as always there will be other channels and some links on the description for you to check it out. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, and if you want to see what comes next, please do a subscribe. As always, I thank you for watching and see you next video.